welcome. Let me check, make sure. Let me know if audio is good and everything. So let me get over here. Let me know if video and audio is good. Let me go to comments quick. Thanks for coming in, Barry Johnson. Much appreciated. Just waiting for more couple of people to come in before I get started. There's two people. Holla at your boy. Hey, my brother, salute. Thanks for coming in. Sorry, I just went off the camera. Okay, I'll get ready in a minute. Just waiting for more people to come in. Anyways, today's subject is backing up your videos. And I want to talk about that because that's part of content creation. And we all do YouTube. I know I'm in the tech mobile, so that's still tech, part of it. We use that for our mobility and stuff like that. Hey, Sharky Finn, thanks for coming in, brother. So what I'm doing is talking about when it's time to back up your videos. Hey, Ricardo Soto, amigo. Yep, I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day. I'm alive. Can't complain. I'm here. So let's get started with my slogan and everything I say every time that I come in. So let's roll. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome. This is Tech for Your Needs. And the reason I say that for those that doesn't know is everybody's in a different time zone. So I'm saluting the world with that. So let's get started. So just doing good. Today we're going to talk about backing up videos when it's time to back up and everything. Talking about from the beginner perspective when you under certain threshold and you still haven't met the requirement for monetization. And I'm going to tell you why it's good to back it up, it's not back it up and everything. So that's the discussion that we're going to discuss today. I want to get into the flow of talking about things that matters and things that make our productivity better for a better tomorrow. That's my slogan. So we got to work. Hey, Ryan. How you doing? Long time no see. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So that's what I really want to talk about. I hope you are all well crushing it. Almost that 1K mark. Thank you. Much appreciated with that, brother. That means a lot. So let me click on your comment. Yep. So yeah, getting back to the subject, excuse me. So focus over here. So yeah, I want to talk about those things because those things matter. So what I'm doing is probably every so often I'm intertwine production topics and this. I know I'm a tech channel, I do mobile stuff and I talk about that, but also I want to get into the topic of also production because that's part of mobility and stuff like that, some of the stuff that we use. So I just wanted to stop by and say hi to y'all. Keep up the great work. I'm having a hell of a time. Set up 2 mics on one Windows PC. Wow. I'm using my Rode Wireless Go 2 right here with this live stream. If you hear any fan noise, excuse me, but it's hot in the room. Let me know how's visual and audio and all that. So yeah, getting back to the subject, that's the thing that I'm focusing on. Excuse me, I keep moving out of the frame. Something just bit me, so bear with me, my apologies. Getting back to the subject, that's what I'm talking about because when it's time to do the back up your videos, do you need to back up every video? It's a must back up this, and that. I'm going to discuss to give you tips and tricks that I learned along the way when it's needed, when it's most important, and when it's stuff like that for your content creation and for in general, purposes and stuff. Just go for general purpose stuff, conversation. Even though it's focused on a specific topic and niche of backing up, it still could go for general stuff like homework, stuff like that when you're in college. But I digress. That's not the subject. Let me stay dehydrated. Not a sponsor, just regular water. Spring water that I put in there. And before I continue, you part of the replay crew. Don't forget to hit like and do those wonderful stuff. And people, do those things, and much appreciated. Like, comment, and all those stuff for everybody in general. Hi, Alvida. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so let's start. And the key question is, when is time to back up your videos? And as a beginner, and before hitting the 1K, I'm gonna talk about that area because that's the area that I am. So, well, I think it's important to back it up when you're doing a product review, for example, with a company, because it don't matter the size. Sometimes we get like product reviews sent to us and stuff like that. So therefore, you know, I mean, if it's a video that's going to linger and going to stay forever, it's good to have it back. And if you work it, let's be honest. Let's start from the beginning, break it down. If it's a regular, throwaway video you do quick for your channel, that's fine. Let me revert back because I'm going too fast. So step number one, if you're working with somebody on a project or collab, you back up that video, because you know why? You could be doing the video and you could be so far along the video and it could get corrupted. So that's why you back up those videos. Those videos are important to back up. I'm pointing with this finger. They're very, very, very important to back up, because that could lead to a better tomorrow, a brand deal. I mean, if you're doing like a little, they give you a product review, you tell them, well, it's going to be on my channel, and you discuss the legalities and, and try to get it. If you cannot get an affiliated link, you try to get a code for your discount for your audience. But I digress. That's not the subject. The subject is that you back up those kind of videos, because those are the videos that are important. Or you think a video that is kind of is taken off, and you see this taken off, and you could download it and back it up. And when I mean back up, don't back up once, back up twice. So, and sometimes you back up 3 times. Because say your original backup get messed up, and you're working on your second backup, if God forbid something happened, I'm not, sorry, not to make this religious. What happened if something breaks on the second backup? You SOL. So that's why you got to be careful with those things. Backup's very important. So I back up 3 things. Back it up somewhere. You permanent house, back it up somewhere in case something happened. God forbid, if fire in your building or something, you got to back up. There are also numerous ways to back up. There's thumb drives. There's SSD, there's hard drives that come with a massive storage. You could buy like 8 terabytes, but SSD is better. I'm also backing up online if you got the mean and the cache and the flow. If you're using, excuse the noises, if you're using, for example, Dropbox, or you're using a company that is deal with backup and stuff like that, that's very important. So if you have any question about this subject, let me know. Put them over here and I'll answer to my best ability. So it is very important to back up. Backing up intros, logos, and stuff that you need, those stuff are also important to back up, and stuff like that. Images, thumbnails, and stuff that you do is very important to back up. It's just not part of video. When I mean backup, is backup in general. So I say when you're a beginner, you don't need to back up everything. Just back up what you think is important in case somebody say, oh, here's a product review. So you back up the video. What happened if you work 50% or something, YouTube screwed up, it's a power outages, and the NAS server and all that, and it's a power outages and everything, then you out of luck. You too lost your video. You cannot get it back, and it's a brand deal, so you could re-upload it. You never know. Or well, not really brand deal. Whatever you get at the beginning when you're a beginner, that's what I'm focusing. And he's right back up data on the NAS. If you have, thanks for coming in, Savage Scientist. And I'll be back up to a NAS server. That's what I'm saying. It's very important. So, but anybody got question towards that, just let me know, because backing up is the key, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you're working on a project and things happens, life happens, you don't know what kind of screwed up. Maybe your camera, screwed up or something, or whatever. Not camera, your SSD card. Once you put it in, once you get the SD card out of the actual camera, back it up quick if it's need to be back up. So, that's stuff that we don't think about. Yeah, we talk about the content creation, we talk about the phones and all that, but also we don't talk the side of the productivity and production. And that's I want to throw, here and there. Once a month, I'm gonna talk about productivity because that's very important. As a creators, let me fix myself. As creators, we need to work on those skills in those areas we don't think enough. Oh yeah, let's upload the video and we'll be fine. No, numerous things to happen, variables happens and stuff like that. And like I said, you don't need SLL. And make sure that you got the right backup and know what to back up and the method of backing up, make sure you back up. Because sometimes you do folders after folders and sometimes you cannot find what you did because it's all discombobulated. Your system of backing up with that SSD or that medium of backing up that you use. And therefore, you'll be like, okay, I got 20 videos. I can't find it. I'm typing the name. It's not coming up, but it's there. And you got to go through each one. That's time consuming. Back up with a system. So let me tell you, within the backup, this is my tip and tricks. This is how I back up. Say I'm backing up, right? So I got a folder called YouTube. On the folder, each video got a name. So let's say I'm talking about my iPad. What is how I use my iPad? Okay, so I put I use my iPad and put the date, and then I put the video. I got video and photo in the video library. I also, put the dates and everything, and I put them in order, like 1, 2, 3. So therefore, when I do that, so I go to iPad. It's July 15. So I know it's July 15 of 2000. That's the iPad video, and how to use my iPad video, a day in the life of the iPad with the iPad. So then I break in 2 categories. I break it in photos and videos, and from there I put this is the A row. In the A row, we're gonna talk about, in the A row. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this area, and then I do the B row, and I got them in section like that. That's how I back up. That's a method of backing up. Once I do that, and then I finish that, I transfer that to another folder, and I don't wait till everything's finished. I keep transferring as along as I go because in the middle it could get corrupted. So at least you got 50% or 80% on your other backups. Thanks for coming in, Kia. I see you doing wonderful things on your channel, working hard, killing it. Make sure that everybody here congratulate her and keep progressing and doing better each video. 1% each video better, you go a long way. That's my advice. So that's the thing that is important, how to back up. Because some people throw everything in a folder and then they can't find it, especially if you got similar names and everything. So that's why I do it like that. I break it down. And I always put the name. I put, B-roll number 1 and the name of it. So I know that it's the first section, second section. When I'm looking at it, I don't have to click it and listen to it because I know it's the first part of it, the second. So that's my organization of skills that I do it. So if anybody want to share how they back up, go ahead, but that's how I do it. And I will do a separate video and stuff. Not separate video, but I'll put more notes on how I back up and give a little examples more on the description. I want to make sure that I said that. So yeah. And the NAS server is good, but since we are beginners, maybe the actual money or budget is not there, so you got to think about those things when you're a beginner. This is the perspective of a beginner before you hit the 1,000, how you back up. That's what I'm doing it. Once you're a certain level and you're fine, then you're fine with that. And also that's easy because if you're working and you're collabing with somebody and you trust that person enough to get the password to go around, remote access to go back and forth and work on the projects, then they know how to find the project and look at it. That's what I like about my method. It's easy. You be like, July 15, we talking about the iPad and day in life. Okay, B-roll number two. I need the B-roll number two is the actual Lewis typing on the iPad. You see how simple is that method? Let me read this from Sharky Finn. What is the ideal without overdoing backup for mobile backup and devices plus cloud plus prefer a microphone SSD or thumb drive for desktop SSD cloud plus ideal or second SSD. I do three backups if it's an important project. That's what I learned. When I mean three backups, actually I had the original backup store and an SSD. Then I do a thumb drive, and sometimes the third one's cloud storage or another thumb drive that I do. So it depending, because I think, let me explain. When I do cloud storage, if I'm going out and I know I'm gonna need that project, and I don't want to take my thumb drive with me because I don't want to take it or I forgot the thumb drive. Not let me digress and reverse back. Not that I want to take the thumb drive. If I forget the thumb drive, I said it wrong. If I forget it, I can load it off the, cloud. I always take my thumb drive because you never know the cloud could crash too. So that's another thing I want to say. So to answer Sharky Finn, I think once you do your project, I think it's good to upload it to SSD and stuff like that. That's the most effective cost because you buy that and you pay once. I mean, if you got the means to pay on cloud storage, and plus cloud storage, depending how much you pay, it's gonna get full, even your thumb drive. But this is not backing up every video. This is backing up the most important videos that is money wise, or you think it's a thing you can leave for a better possibility for tomorrow. It don't have to be about money. So that's what I'm saying. Let me fix myself. Anybody? Hey, Bobby. Thanks for coming in. Another part of the Mars Squad. Yeah. Also, I just wanted to make sure that people know that the backup is very important. So you got to be careful back because everything get corrupted online everywhere. So it's good to have those key elements implemented. And I'll repeat how I back up again on the actual backup folders. First, I put YouTube. Let me read Bobby's before I say that. I have a backup head drive for my computer. I have a time machine backup for my computer. Great point. Also back up your computer. So what I do is I got a folder YouTube, and that folder is breaking up into different not category breakup in whatever project I'm doing. So if I'm doing a iPad, a day in my life in the iPad, so I put that and I put the date. Say it's July 15. I put that and then I do the A row and B row, and I put video and photography in each category. And then I put, I'm doing the A row and it's the introduction, I put number one, and then I put A row to discuss the topic, I put number two. So when I find it, it's easier, and I do the same thing with photos in case it's a photo that I got to insert or I got to insert and something like that. Salute to Take King Mike for coming in, and Magic Tech Review too, my brother. So, yeah, because we could talk about products and reviews and all that stuff, but actually we don't talk about the production side of it for those that came in. And once a month, I'm going to talk about production side of stuff. That's part of also of being a YouTuber and being in this part of the tech. So let me read this. I have going to install an SSD on my computer. An SSD is good because SSDs are faster, and that's good to mitigate speed and everything. So let me go back over here in case I missed somebody. Hey, Jessica, thanks for coming in. I'm just discussing how to back up and stuff like that, how I do it. So that's how I do it. So I take a project, I put the date, the name of the project, it's under the YouTube folder. Then I break it on photography and biography, and there I got A row, B row, and everything and stuff like that. So that's what I do, and everything for both sides. And I put the name and I put number one, number two. So say I'm talking about the build quality of the phone. and that's a B-roll, and I'm talking. So I put number 2, and I put the name. So therefore, when I'm researching it and I'm looking for it, I don't get confused. So that's my meta implementation of how to do backup. I can recall I didn't do that. I didn't create it. Credit is credit what credit is due to the person. I can't recall the name. Excuse me, something in my eyes. I found somebody that did that meta and I like it. So my hands off to the person. My apologies. I can't remember, but I digress. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I have a MacBook Air and I'm thinking about getting a one. My MacBook came out 2017. Yeah, it's good. Pretty soon I'm getting the Mac Mini M1. And I know it's off topic, but I'm going to say I'm just waiting. And I'm getting it pretty soon. I'm getting the 16 gigabytes with 1 terabyte. Calling it a day. I got peripheral. That's what I'm going because that's the most cost effective and you get a lot bang for your money. So, and that stuff that I'm getting. So anybody got question about backup, how you back up, put your method, everything? It's good to talk about those things because we don't talk about enough. And you don't have to back up everything. Like I said, it's when it's needed. If it's a special video, if it's a brand deal, it's a review doing for another company, stuff like that. Not a sponsor, just regular spring water. Florida. So, okay, he said that. And that's the way that I back up. And backing up is multiple sources. If you got money, you want to back up online, it's good. But remember, anything and everything could crash, could break. So, multiple places, it'd be good. So usually I back up online when it's needed. When I'm going out, I don't back up everything online. Safety issues, security, hackers. You got to think about that. But I digress. That's another subject. But I back up those things. See, I'm going out, and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to be over here, or I might not be coming back, or stuff like that. Or I'm gonna stay a couple of days out. Parents, whoever, what I'm doing, I say, okay, I could get stuff online much easier than carrying. I'll carry my stuff because I always carry my stuff too because online could break, so you need it. So that's what I'm saying. So I just wanted to throw this question because a couple of my friends been asking me on the backup stuff and stuff like that. And it's just not only for backup for content creation. This is go if you're a student, stuff like that for general purpose life and stuff like that. And time machine and it goes to back up all those stuff. And that's what I'm doing because I'm transitioning from Windows to Mac for the first time in my life, which already got 95% up Apple products. So that's my last thing that I'm jumping. Anybody got questions or anything, let me know about the backing thing up. It's good. It's good. Also, it's good to back up your phone because sometimes we do video over here and backing up the whole system, depending if it's iOS, it's Android, just back it up because you never know. If you never know what could happen. Honestly, the system could break and anything could fall apart. So, you just gotta be careful. So not because you got it right there, it's cool. No, you gotta back up also. Because sometimes I use this. Not a lot, but I use it here and there when it's, in a pinch. So that's what I'm saying. So anybody want to discuss about how they back up? I'll be good. Let me see the question that Bobby have. So if there is a question about time, Michael or Max, let me know. Okay. So Max, I'm not familiar. I never, all I heard is about time backup or whatever you mentioned earlier, Bobby, time machine. But that's the only thing that I heard, and that's the furthest that I heard from backing up. Yeah. Backup machine, that's what I said. Okay, that was just a misspell. So let me go over here to Sharky Finn. File organization, naming, and consistency are also key. That's what I say. That's what I mentioned my mentor before I continue reading. That's why I say that I do it certain ways. Creating multiple backups, correct. Make sure that the folder and subfolder file names are same everywhere, otherwise you'd be confused. Exactly my point. Well eloquent, well put together, and well said, my brother. That's what I was trying to say when I mentioned my system, how I do it. Because I put the project in the date. Then I go on that project, because it's in the folder of YouTube. I put B row and A row on two folders. The first folder is video, and the second is photo. And I do back and forth like that, you know. And when I do that, I do those stuff like that, and I say, okay, introduction number one. I'll put it like that. That's how I write it. So I know that's introduction. Number two, talking about the speaker of the product, if it's an audio base. Number three, talking about quality, and those are the B-roll part of it. And then I go, then I go talking about the B-roll, about B-roll and talking about A-roll. So we're gonna talk about the actual build quality. So I put B2. You see why I put B2? Because it's the same name, but I'm putting B2 because it's the second part of it. So that's my method that I do it. Just want to clarify that. So also, Max use time machine. That's correct. I heard that before. That part I know that I heard it before and I watched videos on it. So let me go back to this. Bobby said, I think. Okay, let me put this one. Let's see if it come up. I'm trying to get this. Sorry, something jumped up and oh, here it goes. My apologies. I'm thinking about going to Best Buy to get a MacBook Air at midnight. Yeah, the midnight is nice. The reason I'm not gonna get it because of fingerprints. I'm OCD and stuff like that. You know me. I like the starlight in color. That's nice. And space gray usually. But yeah, PC Computer Solution. Thanks for coming in, brother. So yeah, so going back over here to catching up on the comments. Yeah, so I'm caught up. So yeah, so backing up is very important and crucial for your content creation and other aspects of your life. Not only content creation, but for your production and everything, because you never know. I'm not saying you need to back up everything, but back up those videos that need to be back up. You don't want to put 2-3 hours. And don't back up when the video's finished. Back up as time goes on, you back up. What I did, 20% will back up that. I'm gonna take a break. Back it up because you never know that 20% could fail. You don't want to start over. That's a no. That's a no. Honestly, it's not. Oh, I'm dehydrated for some reason. But yeah, so backing up is very important. And there's many different solutions. Just make sure that whatever solution you pick, that you're comfortable, it's affordable. SSD thumb drive, one payment. Depending on how much you buy NAS storage, sometimes you could create your own NAS storage, more cheaper. But if you buy an online NAS storage, you got to pay for the hosting and stuff like that. So therefore, you got to think about that aspect of it. If you're a content creator and you're in the beginning stages, because I'm talking about the beginners, this is for the beginners on the certain amount. You're gonna need to back up stuff because you never know. Sometimes it's very important and things break. So you got to think also the cost of it. It's a cost effective. Yeah, you must back up at all costs, but you need to know how to do it. So let me read, Bobby. But I'm getting the iPhone 14 Pro. I'm getting the iPhone 14 Pro. What happened? Just give me a second. Something happened. Okay, I'm getting the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. Okay, cool. Sorry, it just the thing jumped and it went everywhere. So okay. Especially if you're working on a project over multiple days, correct, and it's a project that's going to give you money. you're supposed to back up. Not saying go crazy every second backup. That's just not realistic. Just back up when it's needed, and back up incrementals. So when something happens, the percentile of your work will be less to do. NAS can be expensive, but having a central location for file is worth it. Yes, it's worth it. True. And a NAS could be hacked, and NAS could crash and everything. Gotta say, repeat that again for those in the back that didn't hear it. So, so if you want to talk about how you do things and how you back up, put number one. If you like my method, if you think it need works, put number two. My method that I explained. So I usually back up my work stuff. I'm a news anchor. Okay, cool. So y'all let me know if y'all like my method of how I back up. Put number one. If you don't, number two. I would like to hear it. I like the feedback and put where I could improve and stuff like that. Oh, welcome all feedback. Correct construction criticism is good, because you got to have a file system that is cohesive, not, chaos, and you're trying to find everything and you just deal off. That's not making your work easy and work for a better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Don't work harder, but work smarter. I'm looking at you at the lens. Yeah, you folks. Yeah, you behind the lens. Yeah, you folks. And also, I'm pointing because I'm doing it. That's the thing that I learned. I was working on something outside of YouTube. The pay was there, but the gig got canceled because of my fault. I didn't back up. I learned my lesson, and stuff like that since that day. And as you know better, I went to school for computer. I studied computer administrator. That's my fault. I'm not blaming nobody. The job was time crunch, and I was, okay, I gotta finish it because I got this time. Life happens, and I'm not gonna get detail what happened. That I was rushing, and the quality was there because I was rushing to do poor job. If it was a poor job, I would have not done it. It's just the back was not there, and boom, SSD died on me. Talk to one of my friends. Well, you got to take it to a data center. Talk to the person. They push it for 3 days. 3 days I couldn't recover it. I was SOL. I lost, money. And they talked to me, and they want, and they're like, yo, lucky they give me a second chance not to do that project, but to redeem myself. So, but anyway, I digress. That's not part of the subject. Let me go over here. What Bobby says. I have a file system too. I add the dates of the news and broadcast. Oh, cool. Yep. So that's the same thing that almost what I'm doing, and plus the name. Okay. So we got similar file system. Or some people just do different backup. They just put one folder and they just go everything by date, and they just, in that day, But if you're doing 2 or 3 recordings that day, you don't want to get confused. That's why you got to name it, and that's the scheme and system that I took to do. Yeah. So I didn't know that you work in the news and anchor area, Bobby. That's good to know. That's a good job. So yeah, those are the things that people need to hone and work on that. That's just very important part of the content creation and stuff like that. And that's what people need to understand. Work smarter, not harder. For a better outcome, for a better tomorrow. You know me. Let me see what else people are putting right here. Shaki Finn put, really, Bobby, I had no idea. I'm a former financial journalist myself, where you are, and you are a station affiliated general location. Okay. So yeah, so that's the thing that people need to understand. There got to be a file structure on backing up in those stuff and stuff like that, and and SSD is better than regular hard drive because I got a spinning disk, and that only lasts so much and stuff like that. Also, um, Fox 13 in Tampa, Florida. Cool, nice. Also, be mindful of your environment where you put your hard drives and stuff like that. Your physical hard drive, heat, summer, water spill. Just be careful when you're working liquids around it. If you're working a brand deal or anything that is very important, and it's this, the company will be like, oh, you can do it again because you spill water. It cannot be recovered. No, people don't got time for that. No, 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 no. That's on you. And I'm talking behind you. That's on you. You got to be mindful of those things too. And working environment is very good. Hey, brother Sioba, been missing around, been MIA, but thanks for coming in. Much love, brother. So yeah, so getting back to the subject, that's what's going on. You gotta know things, you know. Be mindful when you eat around your equipment and stuff like that. Especially we talking about the actual backing up. I don't. I just get up and go drink water. Put the water bottle as far as I can. Look, my bottle water's not near my equipment right now. I'm grabbing it from the corner. I said, no, no, I'm not trying. You know. I just wanted, and if you put just reset and say if you're part of the replay crew, don't forget to hit like. Everybody, hit like, do comment, do whatever you think. And when the video is done, I would explain better on the description my method, how I back up and give examples and stuff like that. Go ahead, Silva. Let me read Bobby's thing. I never. Okay, I have a newer MacBook Pro. Uh, oh, that's my work computer. Okay, got it. Let me go back up. Silva said, "Can I offer you a bit of advice?" Yes, go ahead, my brother. So let me go. Bobby, my mom is the area for my Sun City in Saratoga. Okay, he's talking to Bobby. Hey, Big John, thanks for coming in. Salute, brother. If you're hearing noises or stuff in the background, I got a fan just in case. I want to throw that out there and just waiting for Silva to put his feedback. Feedback is always welcome. If it's gonna lead you to a better tomorrow, I'm welcome. It doesn't matter. Click on this. Yeah, Jackie Finn. I'm thinking about moving to Cincinnati soon to be a morning anchor and an evening anchor now. Cool. Congrats, my brother. For your live stream, plan out what you want to talk about in detail and try to show on topics that you can speak on mastery. Oh, thank you. Hmm. Yep, that makes sense. Thanks for that feedback. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I took a screenshot so I could do it. Don't put yourself in the position of audience feedback unless it's at the end for the Q&A. Cool. Yeah, I guess everybody do things differently, but I'll take the feedback on that so I can learn. Awesome, Bobby. They're talking to each other. Train yourself to be great on your. Oh, okay, train yourself to be great on your without zero feedback. Cool. Yeah, everybody needs feedback. I mean, there's no such thing as perfect. I just want to clarify that everybody can learn anything in every day, in each minute, second of the day. So there's no such thing as train yourself to be great without zero feedback. I mean, every day you improve. Every day you learn something new. So even the best of the best on the top of the dog, on the top of the food chain, they could learn something. Because I don't think there's a such thing as being perfect. Honestly, the best policy. So that's one thing I always says. You, if you can improve and people telling you and helping you, that's good. I mean, I wasn't born perfect. I will never be perfect because that word doesn't exist. Being perfect. That's just honesty is the best policy. So yeah, and so yeah, keep those things in mind and those tips and tricks and stuff like that, and that could improve your backup system and locating stuff like that and everything. So that's one thing that I told people that make sure that you have a system implementation and everything, so you don't want to ruin stuff, break things, and then be like SOL can find things, going crazy, breaking your head, and be frustrated and mad and be like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do this and that, or this is gonna take me forever and anything. Take for your knee. I got the job. Congratulations, my brother. And I'll give you one of these. Salute for that in one of these reactions. Yeah, because there's implementation and things that people need to do. And as a beginner, you may not know these things. That's why I like, to keep it real and do stuff like that and stuff like that. And honesty is the best policy, you know? That's just what I'm about. And simple as that. But this might help a beginner that is new to content creation, that really doesn't know, that is just learning for the first time, just jumping in the camera. So I just wanted to make sure that I throw this out there so people know. My co-anchor L will miss me. So yeah. So yo, Big John, I'm chilling editing a video in the background. So yeah, so those are the implementation and stuff that you need to do, and stuff like that to alleviate your headache and stuff like that, and things happens, computer breaks, things happen, but hopefully, forbid that nothing happen like that on those stuff like that. Honestly, it is the best policy. So let me read this coming from Sharky. My cousin was a formerly the sport anchor for NBC Jacksonville. Oh, okay, Channel 4. So they're talking among themselves, but you gotta have implementation and everything, and that's go for any content creation or um any general things that you're doing, because backup is very important. So that's basically what I told people. You know, just work smarter, not harder, for a better tomorrow. You know. Yeah, and also today I decided to do the live stream by myself, and because most of the time I invite people, but I wanted to share this information that is very important, and I just wanted to do it myself, and that also, man, my head is itchy, but anyway, I digress. So I just wanted to do that. I just want to throw that out there and stuff like that. Yeah, but backing up things and doing things the right way and doing those implementation and those stuff. it's gonna be easier for do everything and stuff like that. So basically, that's what I told people. You got to do what you got to do. Simplify your work. Simplify, simplify, simplify for a better outcome. Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, simplify. So that's what I tell people because simplifying things, it could be, much easier, less headache, less stress on your body, and mental health. I digress. That's another subject, but you get my point. Things like that. If anybody got questions on that, put them out there and stuff like that. And I will reaching out to people because I'm gonna be new to Mac OS system, so I gotta learn the system and how to back up and stuff like that. Time machine and stuff like that. I will get the M1 machine, Mac Mini M1, 16 gigs of RAM, and SSD is be 1 terabyte. That's what I'm getting. It's very affordable. It's within my budget. That's what I'm getting soon. Sooner, 2 or 3 months before or less. It could be September. That's what I'm going for, and that's what I'm getting. So. And you don't need to back up everything. Just back up the most important. If it's a brand deal, if it's a product review and stuff like that, you don't have to back up every video. Every video you think is important, then it's worth backing up. So let me go over here. What Big John said. I need to get back at making videos and live streaming. It has been a rough, challenging since the fire. I do understand my brother's been difficult, and prayers and everything goes towards you and your family. You will love in the community, and anything, just reach out, DM me on Twitter. If I could help you with my best ability, I would. So I need to go early to bed. Start on August 1st. Yeah, you got to get reacquainted with all those stuff. Because bad habits, sleeping, and insomnia is no bueno, honestly. Let me read what Shocky Finn put. A lot of people don't back up files up even when prompted by cloud services. It's like Google, MS, OneDrive, etc., let alone using backup SSD, thumbs, drive, etc. And then they wonder when they need the information back or something happened, they SOL, then that's their fault. You know what I mean? So you can't blame nobody but yourself. You didn't back up, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, then that's on you. You can blame the next person. Ouch, I need to get up at 2 a.m. starting August 2nd for a new job. Wow. Yep, you got to get used to it. So yeah, let me get back over here. So I was reading the comments. And yeah, backing up is very important in those things. Those are the part for the production. Hey Lee, thanks for coming in, brother. Today's topic is backing up, and that's what my discussion. Hey, thanks for you gotta hop off the stream, but some helpful info. I'm not the best at backing up things, but gotta have a better workflow for backup and projects so I don't end up losing anything. True. Maybe you'll learn, and the thing you gotta do just it's another task to do, but you gotta do it. Or if you could offload it to somebody else to do it, if you got the meaning, the cash, it's fine. But stuff need to do and things need to get implemented. And those are the people is tend to miss a lot of stuff like that. And that's what I'm telling people. Simplify things, simplify. Don't work hard. Repeat again for those in the back. Simplify. Make things easy for a better tomorrow. That's my catchphrase. Things gotta go. Dinner is ready. Enjoy your dinner, my brother. dinner's waiting for me. I'm gonna have a chicken chef salad, whatever it's called, chicken grilled chef salad. That's what I'm having tonight. Very healthy, and that's what I'm having. So yeah, so that's what I'm telling people because a lot of mistakes happening, a lot of things, and people getting frustrated, and losing a lot of money on the table. Just if you're new to this content creation, that's my advice that I'm throwing out there. And anybody got any advice or something like that? Because I got 9 more minutes and I'm closing the live stream. So anything you want to add to this topic is the feedback is welcome. Thanks everybody for rocking. I'm not leaving yet, but Bobby, I'm not familiar with what is. My cousin does PR, Big Florida Health Center and stuff like that. So yeah, so anyway, getting to those are the key points and stuff like that. Have check balance implementation and stuff like that, and you'll be good to go. So let me see if anybody putting any more um, things on this subject or stuff like that. And it's a must. It's imperative that you do these things because they're gonna be stuff that you need to back up and stuff like that. And that's just nobody does backups. Well, when you a new content creator, you're supposed to be doing research, especially if you never work and you say I want to be a YouTuber. It doesn't matter the age or nothing. If you haven't dealt with this part of and you're not familiar with this area, then you redo your research and find out how to become a content creator, better content creator, and stuff like that. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just telling people, you know, the ways that I do things, you don't have to follow me. I'm just saying this is the method that worked for me. This is the method and route that I took and the route that I took. And so far, it's not mine. I learned from some other content creator. I said earlier, I can't give credit because I don't remember the person, but I learned this method from him because I was doing it in a different method, and it was kind of not working together, and it's not being cohesive. When he said that, he explained how he do it. I said that's the method that I'm hopping on because it's the most logical that makes sense, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm it's cool with that. So I guess. Well, I think I'm gonna cut it up a little short because I already beat this to the horse. I don't have nothing else to talk unless anybody got any question. If not, I'm not gonna continue something that I already beat it to death, and I don't want to see that I'm rambling. That's not right either. But the live stream. So if anybody have any closing remarks, let me know or anything. So let me go to Sharfin. He put something here. Wait, it's okay. Why it's not coming up? So, Luis, what is your opinion on multiple cloud storage? Should someone consider paying for both Google One, MS, OneDrive, for example, or is that overkill? I think it's overkill. Let me say why. The more you spread your stuff, the more harder to look for everything. So if you have one storage cloud and you got a lot of, and you pay for a lot of storage, one payment, instead of paying three, four payments, is going to equal the same amount, then your workflow is a workflow, like I said, and one multiple area is the area that's going to be easy due to the fact that it's easy because you got that cloud storage and you know where things at and you don't have to be like, where did I put this? It's an MS. Or where did I put this? iCloud. Or where did I put this on Google? You don't have to break your head putting things everywhere. And you be like, where did I put that? Where did I put that? That's another thing you got to think of. Then, multiple if you need it because, maybe you cannot pay the much large amount of storage in cloud storage, and two of them going to be cheaper than paying for one big. That's understandable. But if you could not do that and mitigate it with one payment, lump sum of a big one, more cloud storage, then it's much easier. That's my opinion on that. Oh yeah, Andy, you could catch the replay. You could be part of the replay crew. Just got 5 more minutes. I was reading before I close Sharky question. Well, since let me see anybody have any more questions before I close it. If not, I'm gonna close it. Let me see. Right here, Michael Pepper says something. I have a 2 terabyte out iCloud storage and 200 GB Google Drive. So that's something that are backup up in both places and for an album sharing. So it doesn't matter if the reception uses iOS or Android. Thank you for clarifying that. I forgot to say that. I mean, make sure that it's a universal that you could go over a different platform of backing up. Thank you for clarifying that. So it don't matter. That's one thing that I forgot. And I had that in my notes. I don't know why I didn't mention it before I close. That's very, very, very good one. And let me see anybody have anything else. Well, folks, thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Um, Salute to everybody who was here. And with that said, tune in same time, same channel next week. I'll see you all in the next live stream. Peace and love. I'm out.